Hey guys, how's it going? It's Harry here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about something very important. I'm talking about the one thing which could potentially hold you back from reaching whatever your goal is, whether it's 5k a month or 10k a month in your online coaching business. And it's also going to affect how long it takes you to get there. So it's a very important topic. But before I get into that, if you don't know who I am, my name's Harry, and I'm on a mission to help improve the health and fitness as many people as possible. And how I do that is by helping online fitness coaches get more clients. We do that in a like a pro school training that we do with them personally, and I also give free content on YouTube to help people do it for free. So that's why we do this stuff, and that's why you're watching this. So the topic I want to talk about is prices, and a lot of people get very polarized about this, whether they should sell high ticket, low ticket, and what the best thing is for them. And I'm basically going to go through how this works. And how this came about is I was having a conversation with a client yesterday on a coaching call, and it got to the point where he wanted to sort of discuss his prices and whether he should go high or low. And it's how it sparked this whole sort of debate. And we looked at both ends of the argument, and that's why I want to hop on here basically straight after to discuss my opinions on it. And personally, I think high ticket is probably the biggest mistake you can make if you're a beginner, and I'm going to tell you why. Selling high ticket packages as an online coach, it's very attractive, and there's multiple reasons why. One, because if you're selling a 3 to 6 month plan for 4k or 3k, it's a very attractive number to sell that to someone and get the Stripe screenshot. And that's exactly why people preach you do it. If you have a mentor right now and they're telling you to do high ticket, you need to analyze their intentions, because when you send them the screenshot forward of, I just closed this deal, it looks great for them. They think, yep, look at our clients are closing 4k deals. But that's not 4k in a month when you actually analyze it. You're working for 3 months or 6 months with the client. So it's not even a k a month that you're working with the client on that pricing deal. So first of all, the pricing is not what you think it is whatsoever. The second thing is, ironically, by pricing it more, you're going to ruin their results. And this isn't always the case, but let's say you're working with someone that needs to go through a fat loss phase, and then they want to lose some body fat, and then they want to build up some muscle and go on like a lean bulk. Let's say they want to do that, right? And you're working through this custom-made plan. But remember, every coaching individual is different. So this is a big mistake if you're giving everyone a generalized plan, right? So let's say they want to lose body fat and then they want to go on a lean bulk, right? If you're doing this pricing structure, where you're saying 6 months, you need to make sure they can get the result in 6 months or 3 months, which means if it takes them slightly longer than you expect, you're going to rush the second part of the training. So let's say the first part is they want to lose some body fat, and you're projecting, let's just say a random number, I'm not even going to try to calculate, or let's just say 2 months. You're giving them 2 months to do it, right? And then 3 months for the rest of the plan, or another month for the rest of the plan. If they take 9 weeks, so they go over by 1 week, which happens a lot in coaching, right? Because everyone's different and you can't really force time on certain things like this. You can guess and you can estimate, and sometimes you can be very close, but you can't always get it on the dot. So let's say they go over by a week. You now have to rush the other 3 weeks, which means by the end of the entire program, the coaching program you've put them through, they haven't got the result they're looking for, and they've paid more. What do you think that does to your reputation as a coach? When people ask about you and they say, yeah, I worked with him, I paid like 4 grand and I didn't get the results I wanted. I felt rushed and all this. Compared to someone that may pay slightly less, they say they pay £150 a month, like a standard price for a coach. They're going to pay so much less, like 3 grand less overall, and they're probably going to get the result they wanted. So your reputation can also get damaged by this pricing, and that links to what I was starting the point by saying your results. So your results and reputation can be stretched. Another obvious thing is obviously conviction. If you're not Jordan Belford, you're going to struggle on the sales calls to go through this, because a lot of coaches already struggle selling coaching already. A lot of coaches are great at sales, by the way. Like, I'm not trying to diminish anyone's ability, but sales is important. I'm not saying you need to be a god at sales to succeed, but if you're selling a 4k plan, you better have some good fucking sales skills to do it, because a lot of people don't have confidence in that. Sales and confidence are very linked. You will sell something you believe in. If you don't believe you should be selling 4k plans or 3k plans, whatever it is, whatever your mentors told you or whatever you've seen online, you're not going to sell it because you don't actually believe in it. And sales is just believing your thing is so good, and well, it's a lot more than that. It's obviously current situation, desired situation, bridging the gap, but you are the bridge. So you need to have confidence you can get someone from A to B. If you don't have confidence in your pricing, it's not going to work. And I know I've gone off on a bit on a tangent here, a bit of a rant, but also another thing is refunds. We talked about how people aren't going to get results. They're going to inquire about refunds. So you might be closing a bunch of deals 1 month, but then you're also going to be giving back money or being in Stripe disputes because people aren't happy with their results. There's a lot of negatives, obviously, which come through this point. I hope I've explained that. And the reason why a lot of people do this, well, I know why a lot of people do it, but beginners jump into it because they think it gives them some sort of leverage, right? Because if you're already making good money and you just need, I was talking to a guy the other day, he just needed about 8 more clients or something to get to his goal. That's not very hard to attain. But if you're a beginner and you want 10K a month, this is your goal. It's a lot more easy, or the path seems a lot easier to get to when you're selling a 4K plan, right? Because 2 plans and you only need half of another one and you're at 10K. So it seems a lot easier. And this is why a lot of beginners jump on it, because they think it's going to be harder for them to get clients because they're currently struggling. So they think, let me charge higher and that way I can get there quicker. This is how this happens. And another reason why it happens is because of the mentor thing. It looks good on them. A lot of people read 100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi, which obviously is, like, I'm not going to dispute his knowledge because he's significantly richer than me. But like, it's hard to find leverage to increase your prices in coaching because a lot of people are selling, like, the perceived value of online coaching is basically determined by the entire market, because most people sell at £150. So if you're not adding anything into your offer and you're going to increase the price like 10 times, more than 10 times, then you're going to struggle to sell it. So it's just, I struggle to see a world where it works. I know a lot of coaches do, like, they work fantastically and they use high ticket and everyone's happy. Perfectly fine. I don't have a prejudice against it. All I'm saying is if you're a beginner especially, I would extremely recommend that you do not jump into the shiny object of selling high ticket, because it's going to be a very complicated business model for you to run. If you've got a crazy ton of testimonials and you're a personal brand, then it's slightly different. But a lot of coaches that are struggling to get clients probably aren't in that position. And I used to think, well, if a coach wants to scale, the best thing they should do is increase their prices. So then I started preaching that. And even my brother, I saw a video I did on it, and he was like, yeah, I get your argument, but this list. And then I was sort of like, yeah, but you don't know what we're talking about. Now that I've worked with coaches, I'm telling you that the coaches that find it easier to get to whatever their goal is, 10K a month, 5K a month, 3K a month, they find it a lot easier to get to selling low ticket. It's a bit of a paradox and a contradiction even. It doesn't seem right, but I'm telling you, that's how it works. So my personal advice to you to take away from this video, even though I've just shouted at the camera for about 10 minutes, so I don't know if you can call it that, is to analyze what your current pricing strategy is for your coaching and think, should I go to low ticket or high ticket? And you don't even need to be in this binary state of black and white. Why not incorporate both? If you can sell $350 a month confidently, if that's what you think you're worth, then absolutely go for it. It doesn't have to be 150 or $4,000. I'm just telling you that once you start exceeding sort of the market's perceived value of anywhere over 500, 400, I think you're going to start entering this zone where you're struggling to get as many clients, but even test it out. And it all depends on your niche. If you want to know how much you charge, just look at your niche. You should know your niche very well. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's more than just a job and age in coaching. In a lot of businesses like the one I'm in, I help online fitness coaches. I don't necessarily need to go into the psychographics, although that does help. But with online fitness coaching, you definitely do need to explore psychographics and how they affect your niche. I'll make a whole nother video on that because no one's talking about it. But look at your niche and think, what can they afford? What would they want to pay? What's it worth to them? And if you don't know, then just experiment with it. And if you don't know, it's probably a sign that you're in the wrong niche, which is a topic for another day. So that's basically the topic for this video. Now, there is a funnel in the channel description and in this video as well. I'm going to be honest, it's me trying to pitch you an idea and trying to sell you something. You don't have to click on it at all. It just explains how we help online fitness coaches personally. As I said, you don't have to click on it. It doesn't really affect me, but it is there if you want to check it out. And that's it for this video. So please leave a like because it's going to push more stuff like this to you. And obviously it helps me. And feel free to leave a comment. I do read them all and it gives content ideas and all this good stuff. So, and once again, subscribe, all that good stuff. Drop me a follow on Instagram. I'm active on there. And if you have anything to ask me, shoot me a DM. I'm more than happy to give some advice and answer some questions. That's all for this video. Goodbye.